Okay, let's talk about a major shakeup in the quantum computing world. Microsoft just did something that could literally change the whole game. We're not talking about some new theory in a paper. No, they've unveiled a real physical piece of hardware, and it's called the Majorana 1. And look, this isn't just another small step forward. This is, well, it's a huge leap in a totally different direction. It's a massive gamble, and if it pays off, it could completely redefine what we think of as the future of computing. And this right here, this quote, this is the absolute key. This comes straight from their announcement. The message they're sending is crystal clear. Hey, this isn't just another simulation or some complicated paper you need a PhD to understand. No, they're calling it a live hardware milestone. You know what that means? It means they've gone from the drawing board to the real world. And that right there changes everything. So yeah, that brings us to the million-dollar question, right? The quantum space is packed with heavy hitters. You've got Google, you've got IBM. So what makes this new processor from Microsoft so special? What's so different about it? Because it's not just a small upgrade. They've basically bet everything, the whole farm, on a completely different way of building a quantum computer. All right, so section 1, a hardware milestone. Let's dig into what this milestone really is. Because we need to be clear, this isn't just some clever new chip that's going to sit in a research lab forever. Nope, this is the first crucial piece of a much, much bigger puzzle that they are carefully putting together. So here's their roadmap. As you can see, the processor, the Majorana 1, was just unveiled back on February 19, 2026. Right now, it's being put through its paces inside Microsoft's own controlled environments. But the future part? That's the real kicker. The endgame here is to integrate this radical new hardware directly into their Azure Quantum Cloud platform. Think about that for a second. That means giving its power to pretty much anyone with an internet connection. That is where the revolution really happens. Okay, on to part 2, the forever qubit. So what exactly is this wild, harder path that Microsoft decided to take? Well, it all comes down to a totally different type of qubit. It's called a topological qubit. And let me tell you, if they've actually cracked this thing, they might have just solved the single biggest problem in all of quantum computing, the Achilles heel of the entire industry: errors. And honestly, this is the best analogy I've ever heard for this. It makes it so clear. So on one side, you've got your traditional qubits, what most companies are using. Think of them like a coin spinning on a table. It's amazing while it's spinning, right? But it's so fragile. The tiniest disturbance, a bit of heat, a vibration, and bam, it collapses. All the information is gone. But now look at Microsoft's approach, the topological qubit. This is more like a braided rope. The information isn't in some fragile state. It's literally encoded in the structure, in the braid itself. You can jiggle the rope, you can shake it, but the braid stays intact. It's just naturally stable.
Now, this incredible stability, it's not just a cool science trick. It has huge real-world advantages. For starters, with fewer errors, you're not wasting a ton of energy just trying to keep the system stable. The quantum state, what scientists call coherence, it just lasts longer. But here's the real game changer, the part that impacts the bottom line. To get one single, reliable, useful qubit, a logical qubit, other systems might need, get this, thousands of those fragile physical ones just to handle all the error correction. Microsoft is betting that with their approach, they'll need way fewer. And that doesn't just slash the cost, it could be the key that makes building a truly massive, useful quantum computer possible in the first place.
All right, section 3, from lab to cloud. So how does this amazing piece of tech fit into Microsoft's bigger picture, their grand strategy? Because let's be real, this was never just about building a better qubit. No, this is about owning the future of cloud computing. So for anyone who might not be familiar, Azure Quantum is basically Microsoft's big plan to offer quantum computing as a service you can subscribe to. Just think about how we use AI or massive cloud storage today. The idea is exactly the same. Let companies and developers tap into the mind-boggling power of a quantum computer with a simple line of code. You get all that power without having to build your own crazy expensive, super cold science lab. And here it is, their whole playbook, laid out in 4 simple steps. It's actually kind of beautiful. Step 1 was the really hard part. Solve the physics problem. Create a stable topological qubit. Check. Step 2 is what they just announced. Turn that science into a real engineered processor, the Majorana 1. Check. Now from here on out, it's all about execution. Step 3, plug it into their massive Azure cloud system. And finally, step 4, deliver all that quantum power to the big enterprise customers who are ready to solve some of the planet's toughest problems with it. And who are these customers they're going after? Well, they're the ones with the billion-dollar, world-changing problems. We are talking about things like simulating molecules with perfect accuracy to design life-saving new drugs, or creating revolutionary materials for next-gen batteries, or modeling the entire global financial market in real time. And yeah, even breaking the kinds of encryption that protect the world's biggest secrets. I mean, these are the grand challenges that make today's supercomputers just give up. And Microsoft is building the exact tool to crack them.
Okay, so let's zoom out. Big picture time. What does this all mean for the great quantum race? Because this announcement, it isn't just a friendly, hey, here's what we've been up to. No, this is a shot across the bow. This is a direct challenge to the entire industry.
You really got to understand the context here. For years, Microsoft's strategy was seen as, well, a bit of a crazy long shot. While their rivals, IBM and Google, were in this big race to announce more and more qubits, a numbers game, Microsoft was off in the corner, quietly chipping away at a much, much harder physics problem. They weren't even playing the same game. And now, with Majorana 1, it's like they're finally showing their cards. They're signaling that their high-risk, high-reward strategy is maybe, just maybe, about to pay off. Big time.
And this quote, I think, just nails it. It really gets to the heart of why this is such a huge deal. The Majorana 1 isn't just a chip. It's a bridge between two completely different worlds. It connects the world of super abstract theoretical physics with the world of real engineered hardware that's designed to plug into a commercial product. All of a sudden, the quantum future just feels a whole lot less like science fiction and a lot more like reality. And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most important question of all. Has Microsoft just changed the economic equation of quantum computing for good? Because think about it. If this gamble works, if these topological qubits are as good as they hope, they won't just be winning the quantum race. They'll be running in a completely different race, all by themselves. They could totally rewrite the rules for what it takes to build a useful quantum computer, and in doing so, change the future of computing for every single one of us.